Jovin, you so dumb.
Hi, cuties. So everything you're going to need is going to be posted on the screen, as well as I'm going to put it in the description bar below. So whichever, you know what I'm saying? But I'm also showing it to you. When it comes down to your conditioner, shampoo, it really doesn't matter what you use. Just grab anything, literally. So you're going to start out by taking your mixing bowl, literally anything. Go get a rubber bowl from your container. You don't have to have this mixing bowl. Trust and believe. I be grabbing anything. But this is just what I have when it comes to hair stuff. So you're going to put 5 scoops into your mixing bowl. I used 5 simply because this hair that I had was a 30-inch, 200 density. So I knew that it was a thicker, fuller girl. And I would need, enough to make sure that I get the hair as platinum blonde as possible. Because mentally, what my brain had told me was do a severe platinum blonde and then bring life back into it. That's what my brain had told me. But this process started off so beautifully until I started making mistakes. But we'll see. I'm going to address my mistakes so you don't do it, because I redid this whole process again. And when I had redid it, I honestly should have just recorded it. But I just felt like I'm just going to tell y'all what not to do, because that's what I didn't do the second go. And yeah. So like you're seeing me do, I'm mixing the concoction. I got my 30 developer in there, as well as the BW2 powder, the 5 scoops of it. I'm mixing it up in there. I'm starting little by little. I don't know how much developer to pour in there. I'm so sorry. I'm one of those, when I'm cooking, it's cooked to taste, like seasoned to taste, I mean. So I don't really have instructions, unfortunately, on how much developer to use. But the goal is to get like a very loose consistency. You don't want it thick like you do when you're bleaching the knots on your black wigs. You want it very loose so it can get all through the hair. Later on, you'll see me pour more developer on the wig after I already poured this mixture on the hair, because I didn't make the consistent loose enough. Honestly, the amount that you pour in your cup or like bowl, whatever you want to call it, it all depends on how long the hair is and how thick it is. See, I'm showing you the consistency. At that point, that kind of was still thick. I should have put more developer on. That's what I'm saying. Like, looking back now, I can tell y'all the mistakes that I made. That in itself was a tad bit too thick still. I could have poured more developer to make it more loose, which I did the second go when I like redid this whole thing. But at this point, I'm applying it all on the hair. My applicant is one of them little bristle brush thingies. But baby, I got tired halfway through and I went back to my roots and just started doing it by hand. But if you do it by hand, don't be like me and do it by hand, raw dogging it. Put gloves on, because after this whole process, I can't tell y'all if it's because of the baking soda or because of the developer mixture or both. My hands were dry that whole day into the next morning, like dry. No matter how much moisture I put on it, it was dry. So don't be like me. Learn from that mistake too. You see how the wig looks? I didn't have enough like of a mixture. So I got pieces of the hair, but I still have the inside of the hair. Like I got on the outer ends, the tips, and the lace line and stuff. But inside the hair, I still have a whole bunch. So at this point, I was trying to like rub some of the product out to rub it more in the hair. And I was like trying to like, you see me trying to scrub and stuff. I was stressed. So then I just took the developer, poured it all on the hair, because I was hoping that was going to loosen it up and stretch it out some more. That did help. But when I show you later the whole process, it leaves because I did that, some of the hairs weren't fully platinum. So there's pieces that were fully platinum, and then there were others that just, they look kind of brown, but I'll show you that later. Yeah, I'm literally scrubbing the counter, trying to get all that product in there because I'm too lazy at this point to make another batch of developer. And it's not really being lazy. It's the simple fact that by the time I make another developer, like the first layer of developer that I put on the wig is already developing. You get what I'm saying? So at this point, I just felt like it would be so pointless because the process would already just got started. So I took my aluminum foil and I went ahead and I wrapped it up for 15 to 20 minutes. Washed it with the isopropyl, y'all seen the bottle, the Isoplus shampoo. That's what I washed it with. This is where I messed up. Oh my gosh. Do you see how much Shimmer Light I put in there? I wasn't thinking. Don't be like me. This is not my first time messing with Shimmer Light, so I don't know why. Baby, all I kept thinking was this is 30 inch. It's 200 density. This is a lot of hair. And plus, I was frying plantains that time. So I was hungry, hoping my plantains don't burn. A lot of things were going through my head. And I just thought I could massage all that Shimmer Light in there. Don't be like me. You don't need all that. A little goes a long way. I promise you. With Shimmer Light, a little goes a long way. Don't be like me. I'm so in denial, y'all. I'm thinking like, oh, I can just comb it. You see how like the hair, some of it's silver and then some of it's like that blondish looking. That's because the developer didn't get, like the mixture didn't get through everything. But I'm so in denial. I'm thinking like, oh, I could comb this through. It's not that bad. I am so in denial, y'all. My brain at that moment needs to be studied because the fact that I thought I can fix this. I kept telling myself, I can fix this. I can fix this. I later on did fix it a little bit. Assuming that you don't put too much Shimmer Light in, you're going to let that concoction sit for 5 to 10 minutes, okay? So let that just soak in there for 5 to 10 minutes. At this point, this is where I start to correct my mistake, right? I'm trying to save the day. So if you put too much Shimmer Light in your wig, you're either going to get clarifying shampoo. If you don't have that, I completely understand because nobody got time to go buy something extra. So then you're going to take shampoo and baking soda. In that bowl is very hot water. I boiled hot water, put the shampoo in there, and then y'all saw me put the baking soda in there. And I let the wig sit in there because basically the shampoo and baking soda is supposed to do the job of a clarifying shampoo, which is supposed to like take away that extra Shimmer Light. Babe, I was so stressed throughout this whole process. I didn't know how long I was supposed to let this sit for. I didn't know. You see how the wig is so purple? Yes, I was so stressed. I refused to let this wig, because this was my New Year's wig. I didn't have anything else coming. Nothing was going to come in time because of the holidays and packages being slowed down due to the holidays. I had to save this wig. I had to. So because I was so impatient at this point, I decided I was going to waste the shampoo and the baking soda directly on the hair and scrub it in to see what it was going to give, right? And that took out the Shimmer Light real quickly. So I was like, okay, cool. I'm just going to like wait a little longer and do this a second time, because I did do this little like hot water, baking soda, Shimmer Light mixture a second time to see if it would take out more than the first time, and hoping that the second go would clear out everything, since the first go cleared out enough but not everything. You get what I'm saying? This was the logic. This was the logic. You see all that purple stuff, y'all. I was so stressed. To say stress was like I'm pouring all this baking soda. You think I was whipping the kitchen aside? I was so stressed. Just looking at it makes me more stressed, but I'm so proud that I saved this wig. Took that out because it wasn't doing it quick enough for me. It took enough out because it's not as purple, but for the most part, because I did it with that one corner where I like washed it with my hand, I realized we're gonna manually do this. This hot water is taking its time. I can't wait no longer. So from where we started, we're great. See, I'm showing y'all the tips like we're great, but the back is giving purple. And I just put the shampoo and baking soda directly on the hair. So you can literally skip the hot water stuff. Don't waste your time with the hot water. Depending on how severe the case is. You get what I'm saying? You know how they talk about burns and severities? Depending on how severe the case is, the hot water method may take it out because y'all saw the shampoo coming out. I mean, the Shimmer Light coming out. But if it's severe like mine's, how it was very, very purple, just go ahead and do it with your hands. Look, you see how you are physically seeing it erase? Yes. I'm not making this up. This is live in action. I'm scrubbing for dear life. I at some point did get tired of all that scrubbing though. So I told myself, I was like, I'm just gonna pretend that I wanted the wig purple. If after all of this, the wig was still purple, I mean, not as severe purple, but if it was still purple, I was just gonna go with the purple look, and New Year's was gonna be a purple wig type ordeal. That was it. That was the train of thought. I did use my big tooth comb to do a little bit of combing. Simply because I wanted to see how, because I told y'all 200 density. So I wanted to see like how deep in the damage was. Because like at this point I'm scrubbing, but I can only see the results from the top layer. And sometimes it don't be like, oh, just in the top layer. So I go ahead and that mixture, that hot water, baking soda mixture that I was rinsing the hair in the second go, I go ahead and I dip the hair back in there just to take out the shampoo and the baking soda that I was putting in the hair manually. I just wanted to rinse that out. After I did that, I went ahead and washed the hair with just shampoo. So in between like all the big steps, I washed the hair with just shampoo to get all that product out. So then your next step is to take your silicone mix and your clear adore, mix that together. I never miss this step, even when it's just black hair, because this step ensures that your hair has that flow to it. You know how like you dye your hair and for some reason it'll start off good, but then it gets crunchy after a while? That's because like the dye in itself is kind of dry and it sucks the nutrients out of the hair. So that's what's causing it to do that crunchiness. So you need to put like the moisture back in that hair. So the clear light just gives it that like shine, and then the silicone will soften the hair up a little bit. That's what I'm saying. Like no matter if the hair was black, blonde, if I dyed it, I never miss this step because yeah, I don't have time for crunchy hair. I don't. But you can still see like some of the purple in the hair at this point, but enough purple has come out and the purple's only in the back. So I just feel like at this point it can be a style. You get what I'm saying? if you don't make the mistakes I make, this whole process is super easy. I promise you, it's super easy. It just seems a little longer because I've made a lot of mistakes. Okay, don't be like me. So you're gonna scrub that all the way in there. Like I told y'all, this is 200 density, so I'm making sure that Adore mixture gets in everything, every crease, every corner. I don't play that. So at this point, after I like think it's everywhere, I go ahead and I let that mixture sit for about 15 minutes. I go ahead, like I said, wash it with shampoo to rinse all that out. I'm combing it just to, you know what I'm saying, see what I'm working with. I'm feeling very confident, semi-confident. The front of the hairline is platinum blonde like I wanted. So I'm not tripping that the back is giving purple. You know what I'm saying? So then I take my Garnier mixture. I go ahead and I'm going to upload a picture of what it looked like when I put the Garnier mixture in because the hair started looking purple again and I got scared. I was damn near about to have a heart attack because why was it turning purple again? I was terrified. But you're going to take your Garnier. I just followed the instructions, to be honest. So open the little tube bottle, take the red thing off, and then twist the lid back on to make it pop, mix everything in there. I let that sit based on what the instruction said. And then this is the after result of it. Then I go ahead and I take conditioner. It doesn't matter what conditioner. But you're going to take your conditioner and then you're going to take the Adore Mocha, color Mocha, mix it together to tint your lace. Because this wig is blonde, we're going to tint the lace. Okay? When it comes down to tinting or bleaching your lace, I always say 15 to 20 minutes simply because some wigs, I've had wigs that only take 15 minutes. Some wigs need a little longer time. So at the 15-minute mark, I always check like the part that's going to be by your ear because those parts typically get cut off. So check that part. If it's still not tinted nor bleached, let it sit the additional time and then just check it that point every 5 minutes because you don't want to over bleach it. I've never over tinted a lace before. So yeah. But I made sure I got the hairline. Rinse that mixture out. And y'all still see there's a tad bit of purple. I could have let the tint stay for a little longer, but nonetheless, like you see it, like I could have, but oh well, we're here now. So at this point, I'm like combing out the hair. Like I told y'all, big tooth comb. The back is looking type purple, but then I'm like, let's see what it looks like blow dried. This is what she looks like blow dried.